know it took us
Me
some
some
time.
time.
And here I wanna be. Oh, now I'm ready. I'm ready to love.
Hello, I'm Noe, and this is
Dina, the Explorer, and we are bringing you
back way to love. So
Our-
we'll get into it.
let's get into it. This is just our thoughts about the reunion part 1, where everybody was dressed to the nines.
90s?
Yeah, 90s. They were dressed like the 90s, really. The nines, not. Well, maybe in their minds they were dressed to the nines, but Alexis had a new wig. Happy about that. Was it a good wig? No, it was not a good wig.
Awful.
It was an awful wig. It was. Everybody had on a wig, it seemed, except for the chick who I just can't remember. The lady, forgive me for calling her chick. She was voted off the first season. She had a slick back pony. She looked the best, and unfortunately, she was not the most memorable. I do remember her being, kind of, laid back in the cut. She wasn't there for TV at all. And then Ida was there. I really believe that Ida should have stayed on the show because she would have brought the crazy that the show needed. Ida had all sorts of energy, that anger, like hostility. She had a lot of, she was ready. And then the guy who got voted off the first time was dating Ida. I'm like, oh, wow. And Ida was like, I didn't know we were going to talk about that. You should have told me. So needless to say, they probably aren't dating. And then it's like, why is everybody dating? It just doesn't make sense. Make it make sense. Are they just trying to have a way to connect them to the reunion because they were only on one episode? Is that what they're trying to do? To say, oh, we're dating? Because I've noticed on each season, these people have connected. However, they all are on the same social scene in Houston. I live in Houston. And, they're all out trying to be, the host. It's like when you graduate from Ready to Love, you become a host. You get to host parties. You get to get paid to host parties at all the local spots. You become a local celebrity. So is that the end goal? Maybe. Maybe that's the end goal for everybody. So, anyhow, Kyra still had on the same wig as she'd been wearing all season. I think she kind of swooped it to the side, but it still looked very vaudeville. It looked very vaudeville, very Grand Ole Opry too. Kyra, if you're going to be this hot girl that everybody desires, at least look the part. Look the part, Kyra. You have the body, and I know men really focus on the body. You do have that body. But that up here, the hair, get it together, Kyra. Because I noticed, I saw on Kyra's Instagram, she keeps that wig on. That same wig. She doesn't switch it out. And you're a lawyer, girl. I'm sure you can get a new wig. So, and then Chrysanthemum had on this synthetic big wig, big hair wig. And I'm just like, oh, y'all are making Houston look bad. Y'all making Houston look whacker than whack. And I live in Houston. Mind you, I lived in Chicago for the past 20 years and just moved back a year ago. But y'all aren't making Houston look good. And everybody's moving to Houston. So y'all are making Houston look just real dated and just not aware that fashion exists. Who's styling them? Are they getting them out of these little boutiques? Who's styling them? Because I know somebody's putting these looks together because they all kind of have a similar thread. It's all in, puffy sleeves, the metallics, it's just too much. But, hey, that's who wanted to be on the show. Clearly, that's who was casted. These people who want to be celebrities, local celebrities, they were casted. And let's get to the thing that really bothered me about yesterday. It was Ron. Ron, somebody done told you wrong. Because Ron's walking around like he just hot boy this guy that everybody wants. And I'm thinking, Ron, you can't even close your mouth. You have a mouth full of saliva, a heavy tongue. But I don't want to like go in too heavily on his looks because he's just not my judge, not my taste. Like, I don't find him attractive at all. So, and I said that from jump. I mean, everybody that bubbles to the top on each season, I'm thinking like, why? Like, the only person that bubbled to the top that I actually liked from season 1 was Mike. I thought he gave out a really good energy. He was masculine, but he was funny and lighthearted, whatever. And he was easy on the eyes. But I have yet to see anybody throughout these seasons that have like, ooh, yes, I can fantasize about this person. I mean, at first I was liking Baby until I realized Baby was on some bull. Like, Baby is like the biggest F-boy, as they say. Like, and he's trying to be a rapper in his 40s. Like, that's all that needs to be said. You're trying to be a rapper in your 40s. You are not a millennial. You're not a Gen Z. You need to not be trying to rap in your 40s. And he just is so disingenuous. And it just started coming even more apparent as the season progressed. But Ron is so delusional to think that he is the desirable one, and then, you know, he could be playing these games where everybody like, yeah, I want Chrysanthemum, I want Amber, and I want Alexis. But I went on a lot of dates with Amber, which he really didn't. He came down and he went on one date with Amber, but yet, and he's being messy, like he's giving some real energy. And I hate when people say, you coming off like a female. First of all, I hate when people say female, but to like equate this whole energy that Ron is given to like that of a woman, I take umbrage with that, because that's not necessarily a woman's trait, because men are just as catty. Men like to gossip just as much. So that's just a Ron trait. Ron is on some bull. And you know, part of me feels like Ron left the show thinking, yeah, I was the star of that episode. Yeah. Although nephew Tommy checked him like, yo, you don't talk to women like that. And yeah, you don't talk to women. I never heard a man talk to a woman like that. Well, Tommy, come on now. I've heard men talk to women all sorts of ways. I watch enough reality TV to know that men talk to women crazy. Anyhow, we move on to AJ. It seems like there's a triangle, not even a triangle, maybe a square. AJ, Alexis, Kyra, and Ron. And everybody seems to be thinking one thing when it's not the situation. Like, AJ likes Kyra. Kyra likes Jason. I don't believe any of that, though. I believe they're all just trying to stay on the show and win whatever the prizes are. And that's one thing. I wish they would tell you what the prize is besides, you win a boyfriend, you win a girlfriend. Like, tell us what is the prize, because I don't understand why you would even be on the show if you don't walk away with something besides a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Because like on Big Brother, you walk away with $500,000. On Survivor, I think it's $1 million. This is a game show. Like, let the audience know what's at stake. Like, because just to say, you win a boyfriend, you win a girlfriend. Now, in Liz's case, I think that was the prize. She won Jason, or did she? We have yet to see what's going to come to part 2. But part of me feels like, just from Jason's body language, and I don't know if that was editing, but he like took his arm off of Liz when Kyra was speaking about their whole situation. And Liz looked all tense, long neck and all, like you better not be coming for my man, Kyra. And then it's like, I never felt Kyra was a threat to anybody, because she was never like the girl like flirting, doing the most. She wasn't a threat. Like, come on. Anyhow, this video is going too long and I'm kind of babbling. I just want to know what you think, because I am not against AJ like everybody seems to be. I feel like AJ signed up for a show. It was a 3-week filming process, and you're forced to make a decision on somebody you're ready to love. And how can you really make that decision? I'm ready to love. Like, yeah, I'm ready to date you. That's what it should be called, ready to date. Are you ready to date? Because AJ was dating. Because Tommy's like, how could you kiss Alexis and then vote her off? That's what everybody was doing. And that's what you should be doing. Like, let's stop taking dating so seriously. As I say it to you, I'm saying it to myself. Let's not like fall in love instantly just because somebody said, good morning, beautiful. Like, come on. Like, that means nothing. It takes time to figure out if you're going to be with somebody. Like, seriously, it takes time. Like, you can't just say, I've been dating you for 2 weeks. Now you're my boyfriend. We committed to each other. We're going to live this life together. Because that's a recipe for disaster. And it happens over and over again. That's why so many people on dating apps, because people are just seriously dating while the other person may have one foot in, one foot out. Women are taking it too seriously. Like, let's stop taking dating so seriously. Liz, Alexis, date like Chrysanthemum. Chrysanthemum sat up there and said, I'm dating several people. Nobody specifically I'm dating. Like, date like Chrysanthemum. Like, you know, she's a flight attendant bouncing all over the world, unless she's, you know, flight attendant for Frontier or what's the other one? Or Southwest, or our favorite, the one that nobody wants to fly ever again. You know, the one who charges you for bags, carry-ons. But date like Chrysanthemum. Just keep dating. Like, why are we all like trying to just put it on lockdown in 3 weeks? Although I know it's a TV show. And Ready to Love producers, I want to speak to you. You need to restructure this show because you're on OWN, and OWN is like supposed to be like the genuine Black love channel, or at least in my mind. Like, they're not doing the ratchet VH1 stuff, but it's, you know, it's supposed to be genuine. So like, there's an opportunity to make real connections and film it. I know you only have 3 weeks for production, probably 3 to 4 weeks, according to all of the different characters or people on Ready to Love. But this is an opportunity to restructure the show because it's starting to come off very forced, and the drama was lacking in Houston. I think the casting process, because none of these people have real personalities that you like really think about. So let me know what everybody else thinks about Ready to Love Part 1 of the reunion. Let me know what you think about actually the production and the structure of the show. Because my dog is like over here whining and squealing. So I gotta go. Like and subscribe and tell me what you think.
Yes.
Bye.